and bees. Our love was like a summer breeze, baby.